health is wealth. 3 John 1 verse 2. And John was saying, I wish above all things, brethren, prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So, there is no prosperity of the soul if you are not in good health. The base of your spiritual health is largely based on the foundation of your physical health. You need to be strong to work strong in the spiritual. If you have a deteriorating health, you cannot stay strong physically. And you see that, okay, this person is spiritually healthy. There are 2 things that makes a Christian be spiritually healthy. One is a sound mind. A sound mind. Proverbs 14 verse 30 told us something very, very profound. He said, a sound mind is life. Get that? Is life to the flesh. A sound mind is life to the flesh. Secondly, a good lifestyle. A good lifestyle. Listen, because Mr. A did, for example, because it's now becoming something else. Because Mr. A did 100 days fasting, or 140, 120 days fasting. You as a beginner, or you as someone that has been into this race, you saw it and you were challenged. Yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what Mr. A did. Listen to what he said. I'm going to do exactly this fasting that Mr. A did. I'm going to do more than the fasting that Mr. A did. And Mr. A did 100 or 120. And you never asked yourself, is this what God is saying in my life now? Is this the instruction of God in my life now? Do I have the ability and the capacity to do this? You need to know what you can carry. You need to do as you can carry. Your capacity. What am I now trying to say? That you're a Christian doesn't mean that you should live. You should look like your circumstances, or that you should look like your situation. No. Don't be the reason why the hidden will sabotage the name of God. Don't be the reason why people will look at you instead of your lifestyle to be a teaching to them, instead of your lifestyle to be a sermon to them, instead of your lifestyle to be an example. It's a lesson. They're like, instead of me to be like this person and look like this, it's better I don't even identify myself with Jesus, because I can't be looking like this because I'm with Jesus. I should be looking better. I'm not saying you should fake your lifestyle, but do not look like your circumstances or your situation. You need to take care of your body. Your body and your lifestyle, in fact, your character is the first message you give to people. When people look at you, they get it even before you speak or before you preach. Your body, your lifestyle, your character is the first message people will look at and learn. Rest when you can. Eat well when you can. Exercise when you can. Don't do more than your ability. Don't do more than your capacity. Know what you can carry. Know what you can take. Know what God is saying in your life. Because Mr. A that you are mimicking, or Mr. B do not have the same purpose as you, destiny as you, consecration as you, ministry or calling as you are. Everybody have their specific calling and purpose. You need to know yours and know what works for you. Know what works for you. Know what works for Mr. A cannot work for you. That is where your sound and your niche comes in. You have a ministry, you have a calling, or whatsoever it is you want to do. Know what works for you. God has created you and gave you essence and gave you things He gave to you. He knows what you can carry. So instead of you to do things that will bring your health down, do things that is going to deteriorate your health, you go for the things that your body can carry. So you meet some people, most especially Christians, and they're like, I cannot get sick, nothing is going to happen to me. Listen, it's not about your confession. Confession is very important. It is very, very important in this kingdom, because that's what helps us. But confession without process is a joke. Just like faith without work is dead. Confession without even knowledge is empty. It will yield no results. So when you confess health without living a good lifestyle, you will get sick. You will look old. You will look pale. You look like yours is the worst. It isn't. When your confession don't measure with a good lifestyle, you will not get the results you want. It's not about confessing things without knowledge, without application, without following through due processes. There are some prayer points that you don't need to pray if you live a good lifestyle. Like there are some prayer points you cannot pray because you're living a good lifestyle. Try to reduce your prayer points. Reduce your prayer point by living a good lifestyle. There are things that you can avert. There are things that can be diverted when you live a good lifestyle. When you live a good lifestyle, you have a reduced prayer points. There are prayers you don't pray because when you live a good lifestyle, it's an advantage to your personality. So too much prayer point actually means you're not doing the right thing. There are so many things you're just not doing right, because if you're doing them right, they will give you results. Make that decision today to live healthy. A healthy Christian is a prosperous Christian.